Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, join me, Rob McConnell, as together we'll investigate the world of the paranormal and the science of parapsychology here on the X-Zone Radio TV show on XZBN and the X-Zone TV channel on Simul TV. Since 1990, the X-Zone Radio TV show has been the place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. Together, we'll investigate UFOs, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot, psychic phenomenon, lake monsters, conspiracy theories, government cover-ups, the truth embargo, alien abductions, ESP, haunted locations from around the world, and so much more. With over 28 years of broadcasting and more than 4,500 individual guests, the X-Zone is truly a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality, as evidenced by the credibility, integrity, and professionalism of the guests that we bring to our international audience. If you have seen a UFO, had a close encounter, seen a ghost, Bigfoot, lake monster, or a story that you would like to share or have investigated, contact me, Rob McConnell, by sending me your email to xzone@xzoneradiotv.com, or you can call toll-free 1-800-610-7035, extension 143, and on Skype, X-Zone Radio TV. For more information on the X-Zone Radio TV show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, visit www.xzoneradiotv.com or www.xzonetvchannel.com or simultv.com and xzbn.net. Until next we meet here in the X-Zone from our broadcast center and studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, always remember, X-Zone Nation, keep your eyes to the sky and your heart in the light.
Welcome to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. The Imagine More Success radio show is an all-about-you show with successful entrepreneurs and business experts who are sharing their stories and their powerful takeaways while providing you the tips, tools, and tactics that they use in order to help you thrive. Every single week, our guests provide you with an amazing free gift. And your hosts for the Imagine More Success podcast and radio show are the best-selling authors, Cindy Hendricks, who's a certified business consultant, and Thomas Hyde's a certified world-class public speaking coach. Check out the Imagine More Success radio show at imaginemoresuccess.net, where you can listen to past episodes. And if you'd like to learn more about the courses that are offered, check out findhiddenmoney.com, where you can get your free gift and you can learn more about how you can create more money in your business. We're going to take a quick dive in today's episode. Most entrepreneurs spend their time and their effort and their energy focusing on creating multiple streams of income. And someone no less than Warren Buffett said that most millionaires have at least 7 streams of income. Cindy, in your work that you've done with so many successful entrepreneurs, do you see that, how that's a massive focus for people?
Well, it is when they work with me.
Absolutely. Why is it important?
Well, you never know when one part of your business may not be as busy as another part. So if you have several ways of making income, then it's not as important if one part isn't producing as it normally does. And the other side of it is, if something in your life happens to where you're not able to do the in-person work that you do, then you have other things set up so that it's not an issue.
Yes, and very much like diversifying a portfolio, diversifying income strategies, something that I hear repeated over and over and over again by so many successful people. I was recently speaking to Rondi Lambeth, who actually mentioned that he has, I believe he said 12 different streams of income. So he literally had a dozen different things that he had generating income for him. And he is obviously one of these guys that is a millionaire many times over, and he repeated to me that it was very, very important to have these multiple streams and to have them. Another point that he made was not only that they are multiple streams, but that they are reliable multiple streams.
Well, that's really the key in business, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it is.
Yes. And so it's really exciting when you work with someone and you see what they're doing and you point out areas that they could be doing and making an additional stream of income. And then when you see the light bulb go off and the excitement when they see other areas in their work that they could be doing and earning money, that's the juice that we consultants and coaches have when we're working with people to be able to do that with people. It's like that old saying, you know what you know what you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know.
So very true.
And then when you work with someone who helps you see your blind spots like that, it's really fun to see the light bulb.
Well, hopefully we'll have some wonderful light bulbs going on today. We've got a really fun guest for you today. We've got Ingrid Rosten, who is here. She's from findingmyplace.net. She is an expert in multiple streams of income for success in your business. She wants to focus today on talking about how you can actually do that, how you can start a business, have a viable business, again, a reliable business, like Rondi said, get the right support for yourself and for your team through mentoring, through education, as well as networking so that you can create residual income so you can live a life that you want to live. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome you to the show, Ingrid Rosten. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today.
Hey, we're really glad to have you.
Thank you.
Hey, Ingrid.
Hi, Cindy.
Ingrid, you've spent a lot of time helping people kind of developing their businesses. Take a moment and tell us a client success story that you'd like to share with us today.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd like to tell you about my client, Marguerite. She has a thriving business, a CPA business, accounting, and they provide different services. But when I met with her, I was able to help her find some products that she could add to her business to help her create some residual income and some additional income streams that she didn't already have. And so now she's got some new products that she sells to her clients. And I was able to provide her some training and educational resources to help her continue with that.
Very cool.
So did you see the light bulb go off?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I saw the light bulb go off and she was so excited. And I just love to be able to help people to find those additional streams, right?
Yes, exactly.
And I've worked with all kinds of different people. I, have worked with estheticians or people who have salons, for example, and helping them find some products that can help them. And also healthcare professionals. So I've got, some products that can help them as well. So there's lots of different options depending on what your business is.
Take a moment and tell us a little bit about how most of your clients change and how their lives change when they go about moving from a kind of standard, I have a job, maybe have some investments, but really focused on primarily one source of income. How does their life change when they add even the first additional income?
They get so excited. I mean, you just see, like I said, the light bulb go off and they see the potential of, becoming a millionaire or a billionaire, and they just like take off. The excitement and the energy that they get from that is just immense, and it's so exciting to be a part of that.
Do you find that there's also kind of are people who typically maybe have financial worries as they add streams of income, do they kind of let go of those? Do they relax a little bit?
Absolutely. Once you're able to see the light at the end of the tunnel and the income potential, people get super excited and are just able to focus a lot more on the business and what they're doing rather than the worry of the money or the time that they don't have.
Well, and one of the most important things with the people it sounds like that you're working with are that when you have a brick and mortar business, there are so many additional expenses. And when you have a staff, that includes even more expenses.
Absolutely.
So that additional stream of income can make a huge difference, don't you think, that these people can continue with their brick and mortar business as all the expenses continue to rise?
Absolutely. And they can even start some additional businesses as well and don't have to necessarily work as hard. But when people start seeing the money pouring in, boy, they just get so excited and they just don't want to stop. And that's what I love to do for people.
Very cool. I know that you've spent some time helping startups and entrepreneurs. That's been like your major focus. What do you see as one of the biggest hurdles that a startup company often has?
Well, I tell you, I do work with a lot of startups and have worked with a lot of technology startups specifically. And, it can be very tough because finding money to get your products built and get your business off the ground can be very tough. So it's so important to receive coaching and support and get training in order to be able to grow that. And they often find themselves alone. And it's so much better to be able to have a team of coaches and support as you're growing your business.
Can completely see that. Cindy and I are in complete agreement with that too.
Absolutely. And, again, for the listeners, remember that other people can see your blind spots. And if you have someone that's looking with you at your business, the ideas and the brainstorming can be not just exciting, but it can be life-changing when you add those things to your business that you never even thought about. And then you can expand and not only just pay the bills and pocket some of the money, you can expand your business and grow to up level even more so.
Absolutely, Cindy. I think that's an excellent point. It's so important. I have joined mastermind groups before in which I work with other entrepreneurs who are growing their businesses and we support each other. But we also, each of us, have our own coaches. And that's very, very important. I think you brought up a good topic there, Cindy.
Well, a lot of times people want to do it on their own, as you know. And when I was a new manager in corporate America, I hated to delegate because it never turned out the way I would have done it. And when you do that and you spend all your time working, you're not really able to see the potential.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. You are so right about that.
Yes. So what other types of businesses are you able to help? You said accounting, you said aesthetics.
Yes, certainly. Well, health professionals is a big one. Doctors, massage therapists, other types of professionals in the healthcare arena. There are some very cool products that could be added as additional income streams that might be of interest. So I would definitely say healthcare professionals and many, many others, to be honest with you. The list is very long.
Beautiful. When we come back in the next segment, Ingrid, we're going to get right back into that. We're going to talk about some of the other professions that you can assist, help them to grow their business. And we're also going to go back and talk about masterminds as well, because there's a lot more that I want to hear about there. We're on the interview today with Ingrid Rosten. Do come back and listen to the Imagine More Success radio show. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's hard to listen to the news without realizing we're living in volatile, unprecedented times. Yet never has there been such an opportunity to transform the human condition. As old structures fail, where can we find the guidance to co-create a better way? Find Your Path Home is an ever-evolving, leading-edge information, education, and healing resource center designed to support and guide you on your path to unity and enlightenment. Based on sound principles employed by shamans worldwide, we provide techniques that can support you through the current transitions. offering online shamanic classes, international long-distance shamanic healing sessions, complimentary Mission Evolution radio episodes and Stairway to Heaven TV vignettes, seminars, retreats, and much more. All of this can be found on findyourpathhome.com.
So I was watching the X Zone TV channel last night when I was abducted by aliens, and they kept repeating to me over and over again, simultv.com, simultv.com.
What's simultv.com?
That's what I asked them. They had it written on the side of their UFO.
How do you spell that?
UFO.
No, I mean simultv.com.
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 Right. simultv.com.
Interesting that you were abducted by aliens in a simultv.com UFO last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I remember now last night I was awakened from a deep sleep. My great-grandmother was standing there. She said she'd come from the hereafter to tell me about simultv.com. She even spelled it out for me. simultv.com, sonny boy.
simultv.com.
simultv.com, sonny boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, you'll never guess what my psychic guru just told me.
simultv.com.
Exactly. Are you guys psychic too?
Of course.
We all know about simultv.com. simultv.com.
Shamanic healing is the key to personal empowerment. Why? All 4 levels of our being, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, must be addressed for us to enjoy balanced, healthy, abundant lives. Yet there are few provisions for spiritual or energetic healing. Shamanism, found at the root of all cultures, is a very effective spiritual healing modality. To find quality shamanic healing you can trust, regardless of where you live, look no further than Find Your Path Home Long-Distance Shamanic Healing Program. All Path Home Long-Distance Healing practitioners have been trained and certified through Path Home Shamanic Art School. Change your life. Live abundantly. Schedule a long-distance shamanic healing session with Wilda Wieka or one of her quality practitioners today at findyourpathhome.com.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. We've been having a conversation today with Ingrid Rosten, who is a powerful creator of strategic relationships with both business, academic, and government entities, both regionally, nationally, and internationally, in support of her goal of supporting startups and entrepreneurs and helping them to find success. Much of her career has actually been focused on developing tech innovation and business incubation centers in Silicon Valley and other parts of California, but also in the developing world. She's worked with some governments and private entities, including Belgium, Japan, Norway, Chile, South Africa, Morocco, and several others. And she's now focusing on supporting early stage startups, the ones that want to start businesses and make money through her Technovate, which is a European incubation acceleration program, and her Market America unfranchised business. She's able to bring all of her skills to bear and help others become successful as well. Ingrid, welcome back.
Thank you. Great to be with you.
Ingrid, earlier you were talking about the importance of masterminds, and that's something that I hear from successful people often. How important it is to start masterminding. If someone's out there listening today and they're not in a mastermind, how do they go about finding one, and how should they pick one that would be really good for them?
I think it's really critical to pick the right group. So the mastermind that I belonged to was a group of women entrepreneurs. We all have our own businesses, and we support each other through really mentoring each other. We each bring our most critical issue to the group, and we really rely on each other to give solid advice, also provide introductions and mentoring to each other. So there are any number of mastermind groups, and I strongly urge your listeners to look at the different options that are available. There are some mastermind groups which are paid for, and there are some that are not. Our group actually was a group of women that I have known in my area, and we created our own mastermind group. So there were no funds. We didn't pay for it, but there are many good ones that one does pay for in order to get the advice. So whether you want to start your own or you want to join an existing one, I say, research it well. Make sure that you interview them as much as they are interviewing you.
Mm-hmm. I think it's very good advice.
Well, and one of the things I think people think is important is that you get with a group that's the same kind of business that you are. And I think you should diversify just a little bit, because some ideas come from interesting places and people can look at things through different eyes than the same type of business in that regard.
I absolutely agree with you. One of the things that we've done in the business incubation industry is make sure not to have companies that do the exact same thing, so that you can very comfortably provide advice to that one business, so
Exactly.
that they're getting the best information and you don't have a competition going on. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. Having diverse businesses is actually a very good idea.
Well, and you see things through a different lens, which is critical, because your clients that are purchasing from you do not have the business that you have. So that helps you to see through possibly a client's perspective.
Exactly.
Ingrid, tell us a little bit more about specifically how you help businesses add their streams of income. Pick a business segment that you have helped and walk us through it.
Sure. So currently, as I was talking to you earlier in the segment about my client Marguerite, who has a CPA business, essentially what I did with her and her staff is we took a look at a variety of products that could add benefit to her clients that she didn't already have. And we added those products, and her staff is able to market those to the clients, thereby giving more income stream to her and more service to her clients. The particular product that we added was called Debt Shredder. And this is a product in which a client of hers could insert all the information about the bills that they have in their business and in personal even. And the debt shredder will do a calculation and determine exactly what to pay and when, thereby reducing their outgo of income. It literally tells you what to pay and when, such that you have saved yourself significant amounts of money. So her clients are ecstatic, of course, at this new product that they're offering, and she's able to add significant amounts of income to her company and even hire additional staff just for that. So she's very, very excited about it.
So Ingrid, would this be something just for a business, or can an individual have that as well?
An individual can have it as well. That's what's
and how can people find you if they have interest in getting that product?
Well, the best way to do it is, I was going to talk about my free gift, but people can do one of two things. They can either send me an email at my personal email address, which is ingrid.rosten@gmail.com, ingrid.rosten@gmail.com, or they can go to one of my websites. The best place is findingmyplace.net, and you can schedule an appointment on that website to have a Skype call or a phone call or a conversation with me in person, and we can talk about it and take a look at it.
Perfect. Well, I'm sure everybody on the planet wants to shred their debt.
Right.
Exactly. We all do.
Ingrid, do you find that that the conceptually speaking, do you focus as much on people saving money as you do on them helping to create new streams as well, like saving what they already have coming in?
Certainly, it can be both. So that is just one of the products that I have. I don't simply focus on that, of course. But I want to be able to support businesses. So, for example, if you, Thomas or Cindy, have debt and want to find the best way to shred that debt, you certainly could become a customer for the debt shredder. But conversely, like in the case of my friend Marguerite, who has the CPA firm, she's able to run that through her business and support her clients who have businesses or are simply doing it for their own personal use. So it's for all of it. Then
Very
there
cool.
are also some, other product lines as well that I would be happy to discuss with any of the listeners. As I'd mentioned earlier, if you're an esthetician or have a salon or you're a healthcare professional, there are other products as well that might be of interest. So we can take a look at that and see what makes the most sense.
Cool. Tell us about, in your bio, you talk about this book called The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. Tell us a little bit about what that book did for you and how it changed your life.
Well, the Lean Startup is interesting. So in my business right now called Finding My Place, I am actually pivoting that business. So what that means is something that I did learn out of that book is that it's very important for companies to quickly develop their products, if they're a product manufacturer, for example, and get it out to the market so that they can learn very quickly whether or not there is a viable product there for them to sell. So in my business, Finding My Place, I decided that I needed to do things very differently. And what I learned from Eric Ries in that book is you simply pivot. You're simply going to change the way that you're doing things such that it makes sense. So, in the case of some of my clients, they might pivot and offer some additional types of products and services in their business. I think the book is fantastic. I've learned a lot from it, and I highly recommend my clients, especially my tech clients, to read that book. It's become quite a standard for entrepreneurs, and just really great. In fact, next week I'll be working with students at the local university to go through how to start a business, and we'll be looking at the startup canvas as well, and we'll be recommending that they read Eric Ries's book, The Lean Startup, so that they understand how they can quickly get from idea to an actual business.
How exciting for those students to have a person who actually has a business teach them how to get one.
Yes, it really is exciting, and I'm working with the engineering school, and we will be having the students come in from the business school and the engineering school and be able to see several different businesses. So I'm bringing in a handful of businesses and projects that professors might be working on that they can learn from exactly how to get from idea to actually having a business. It's very exciting, and I just love doing this kind of work.
That's fascinating. When we come back, we're going to talk about moving from idea to business to the realization of your ideas as we continue to focus on our conversation today with Ingrid Rosten as she talks about developing your business from idea to startup. Please stay tuned to the Imagine More Success radio show. We'll be right back.
Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, join me, Rob McConnell, as together we'll investigate the world of the paranormal and the science of parapsychology here on the X-Zone Radio TV show on XZBN and the X-Zone TV channel on Simul TV. Since 1990, the X-Zone Radio TV show has been the place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. Together, we'll investigate UFOs, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot, psychic phenomenon, lake monsters, conspiracy theories, government cover-ups, the truth embargo, alien abductions, ESP, haunted locations from around the world, and so much more. With over 28 years of broadcasting and more than 4,500 individual guests, the X Zone is truly a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality, as evidenced by the credibility, integrity, and professionalism of the guests that we bring to our international audience. If you have seen a UFO, had a close encounter, seen a ghost, Bigfoot, lake monster, or a story that you would like to share or have investigated, contact me, Rob McConnell, by sending me your email to xzone@xzoneradiotv.com, or you can call toll-free 1-800-610-7035, extension 143, and on Skype, X Zone Radio TV. For more information on the X Zone Radio TV show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, visit www.xzoneradiotv.com or www.xzonetvchannel.com or simultv.com and xzbn.net. Until next we meet here in the X Zone from our broadcast center and studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, always remember, X Zone Nation, keep your eyes to the sky and your heart in the light.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. In our previous segment, we've been talking about the concept of moving an idea into reality by creating a business, essentially a startup, with Ingrid Rosten. Ingrid, tell us more about, tell us a little bit more about your concept about what stops ideas getting to reality most often.
Well, I tell you, honestly, people don't think that they have the ability to create a business, and so it's so important to have good ideas and share those ideas and explore them more thoroughly. But it's good to have a way to do that, and so in school, students can learn how to do that. There are lots of different ways, like using the startup canvas, which we'll be doing with students at the local university next week. And also, one of the businesses that I'm involved in right now called Technovate, it's an incubator and acceleration program. What we do is we hear from young people their ideas. And when we think that there's a good one, we help them to formulate them by running them through the process of the startup canvas, if you will. So what we're doing at the moment is taking young ideas. One of them is a truly terrific anti-slouching device. And I see you all sitting up straight all of a sudden.
Funny how it works.
And it's it's a really interesting idea that these young people came up with at school. They were sitting in the cafeteria and they looked around and they noticed everyone's slouching over their phones. They said, you know what we need? We need an anti-slouching device. And so they got together and thought it was a neat idea and started developing the idea and a product. And today we've got that product almost complete. And here we are. We've just brought it here to where I live in California. And we are working diligently at getting some funding for it. If any of your listeners have an interest in this particular device, definitely reach me because it's exciting, really, really exciting, because this is something that's so badly needed. Back issues are one of the biggest reasons why people go to the doctor. So that's just one example of, a business that I'm working with at the moment. And, it's just important to get your idea out there, start talking to people about it, and create a team.
So that's a great segue into what we want to talk about next, which is how does one go about really finding the right people to team up with? Give us some insight there.
Well, the team is really, really important. And certainly what I do is I work with lawyers and I work with accountants and I work with smart individuals, and I have my network, with my mastermind group and people like Cindy and Thomas. And what I do is I let them know who I'm looking for. You just got to put the word out. And certainly, if you've got an idea that's perhaps like this anti-slouching device, you're probably an engineer. You're going to want to talk with some business people. So it's important to use your network to let people know what you're looking for.
So when you say use your network, tell us more about what you mean by that.
So network is very important. I would say one of my strongest skills is keeping my network going. That is my database, if you will. Those are the people that I know, the people in business that I know, the people in academia that I know, and the people in government as well. It's important to have a well-rounded group of people that you know and that you work with. I count on, again, my accountants and lawyers a lot to advise me and introduce me to investors, for example, for some of the products that we're putting out into the marketplace. And I go to a lot of networking events. I would say that just network. It's very, very important to get out and talk to people. The whole reason that I'm on the radio show today is that Cindy and I have known each other for a number of years, but it's been a while since we connected. And so we reached out to each other one day. I don't know if it was she to me or vice versa, but we both said, hey, we haven't spoken to each other in a long time. We got to get together and find out what we're doing. And when we did, we got so excited because we're both doing really great stuff. And we were able to advise each other and introduce each other to other people that we can do business with. So very exciting and very, very important to network.
I reached out and said happy birthday on Facebook.
Is that what it was?
That's awesome.
So don't forget the little things, guys, because when you do something like that, it could turn into a lot of fun stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's well said, Cindy. I love it.
Well, one of the things I wanted to mention with your idea of working with these people with the anti-slouch machine was that you've all seen that top ramen container that you put in the microwave, and probably every student in the world has one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so I was at a conference, and the man who created that was talking about it. And I thought, you never think about where stuff comes from, right? And so he did exactly what you're talking about. He took his idea, he got the people, he got it to happen, and he got it into Walmart.
Fantastic.
And one store, and that manager was so excited because sales were hot. And so it just took off from there. And of course, I asked him what kind of car he was driving now. And he said it was a Bentley. So you know he's got to be doing great with that $3.97 top ramen microwave cooker.
That is so exciting. What a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes, and you can borrow that for your speeches.
I love it. I will do it. Thank you.
Yes, and that's really what it's all about, is you figure out what you want to do, you do it, and you find ways to get a vehicle to market it for you.
Exactly.
Well, I'm very excited about the work you're doing, and especially with young people, because there's so much talent out there that's not being utilized.
Very, very true. And we are actually focusing in the developing world because that's an untapped area, and there are so many smart people, so many great ideas, and it makes it really easy to be able to work with them and bring them to the developed world where we can really make things go. So
well, I'm sure they're hungry and don't have much to lose.
That's right. Exactly. Which, creates even more entrepreneurship, to be quite honest.
Yes.
So yeah, that's really important. And it's so exciting. Really, it's a lot of fun. For me, that's the fun stuff. I'd love
Yes.
to be able to support people to get excited about their ideas and, add income to their existing businesses.
So besides funding, what obstacles do you find come up when you're trying to develop these businesses through ideas?
Funding is a big one, and sometimes getting the market to be able to accept something. A good example is I was working with a country, Azerbaijan, which is a lovely country. I have many friends from there, and my business partner actually is from there, and a couple of the companies that we're working with right now come from there. And that first business that he went back there to start was kind of a equivalency of a PayPal type business. It's a credit system. Well, they didn't have a credit system in that country. And in fact, what one used to do is you would go to a machine that was in the street, and that's where you would put cash to pay your bills. So people were really used to that, and they didn't want to change. But of course, the rest of the world has changed, so they had to change along with it. And it was a matter of educating them that they needed to do more. If they wanted to work more with the rest of the world, it's imperative to get into a credit type of system.
That's unbelievable in this day and age, isn't it?
Well, it's not in actuality. It's that way in a lot of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've worked a lot in the developing world, and I do a lot. So my volunteer work is with an organization called Dining for Women, in which we support women and girls in the developing world on projects that increase their everything. It increases their income. They may be learning how to be beekeepers, or they may be learning how to do a cooperative and making cloth or beadwork or other things. And what we do is we support that, because we feel that in this world, a chain is as strong as its weakest link. So we have to lift everybody up. It's very, very important to lift everybody. And so that's why I do that work with my Dining for Women. We need to create more entrepreneurs and strong business people.
Yes.
That's very thoughtful. That's beautiful work. What's the name of that work, the organization you work with again?
It's called Dining for Women. It's diningforwomen.org, and I am a mentor for Northern California, and I also lead a chapter here in Sacramento. And it is absolutely phenomenal, the kind of work we can do with just a small amount of donation. And it's just really
maybe we
exciting.
can hear just a little bit more about that in our next segment.
When we come back in the next segment, we'll continue our conversation with Ingrid Rosten. She's going to tell us more about how to take your idea and turn it into a business. So please stay tuned to the Imagine More Success radio show.
Okay, how are we doing?
If you are looking for a safe, zero-calorie natural option to the harmful artificial sweeteners on the market today, Just Like Sugar is what you're looking for. Just Like Sugar is a wonderful natural alternative for those health-conscious people who choose a calorie-restricted diet with a great, pure, sweet flavor that tastes just like sugar. Just Like Sugar is a great natural option for people suffering from diabetes and may be useful in restricted diet programs where standard sugars are not allowed and does not cause a laxative effect of some other sweeteners. Just Like Sugar comprises a perfect blend of chicory root fiber, natural calcium, natural vitamin C, and Just Like Sugar's sweetness comes from the natural flavors from the peel of the orange. Just Like Sugar is a natural alternative to harmful artificial sweeteners and will change the way that you believe all natural sweetener products taste. Just Like Sugar is available at your local Whole Foods markets, Wild Oats markets, Henry's, Sun Harvest, and many other fine natural food stores in the U.S., Canada, and worldwide. They are here, and they've been here for thousands of years, making their presence known in the shadows. They might be seen by a lonely motorist on a deserted road late at night, or by a frightened and confused husband in the bedroom he is sharing with his wife. But who are they? What do they want? Why are they here? Perhaps most concerning, has the government been aware of their presence all along? The new book by Ellie Marzulli, UFO Disclosure, the 70-year cover-up exposed, delves into the world of UFOs. Can full disclosure be soon? Order now and receive a free hour and 37-minute DVD on the UFO phenomenon. UFOs are real. Get both the book and the DVD, a $40 value, for only $19.99. To order your book and DVD today, go to lamarzulli.net. That's LAMARZULLI.net.
You have heard of the X Zone? Now watch it on Simul TV, plus 500 video games, live TV channels, free video on demand, worldwide, and more. Does this sound like tomorrow's television? Well, it is, but you can have it today, right now. It is Simul TV. Simul TV offers what the others only wish they could provide. 15 exclusive channels like X-Zone, Sci-Fi, and Horror. We are worldwide. No other provider offers that. 500 built-in video games. No need to have an extra expensive system. We have them included. Free video on demand. Live streaming events from around the world. Interactive online network, and much more. Tomorrow's TV today. Simul TV. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. You can have Simul TV today. Sign up at simultv.com. Do it today.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Did you expect your business to flourish, but instead it plateaued or didn't get off the ground yet? Would you like to achieve massive goals and discover new sources of income within your business? When you're ready to experience that type of success with fast results, Cindy Hendricks is the business coach for you. Her work with entrepreneurs and business owners has been life-changing. To get you and your business where you want to be, go to imaginemoresuccess.com.
Has the fear of public speaking stalled your business or personal life? What would you give to develop and maintain supreme confidence? Have an invaluable private program to always perform at your best. Imagine how you would feel. You can have all that and so much more today with Thomas Hides' life-changing course called Number One Fear Unleashed. Visit numberonefear.com and be liberated from your fear of public speaking.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. We've been talking with Ingrid Rosten today. Ingrid, you've been telling us some really fascinating stories about working with countries all over the world, including Morocco, Colombia, Belarus, Azerbaijan, El Salvador. And, you know, I was fascinated. How many languages do you speak?
I only speak 3, and I work with a lot of people who speak 7+. So you know, it can be embarrassing sometimes when you're the only person who, you know, has a measly 3 languages.
Well, you know, in America here in the U.S., the majority of people only speak 1 language, and sometimes not even very well.
That's true. You're absolutely right, Cindy. That is true. Well, I, you know, was lucky to be able to grow up traveling a lot and living in some other countries. My parents were from abroad. I'm the first U.S. citizen in my family, and I was, you know, born here. So I love culture. I love travel, and you know, it's an exciting part of my life, and I really love supporting those in the developing world.
And so, what are the other 2 languages?
Spanish and French.
Ah, Two very different languages.
Yeah. And my mother was from Peru, so Spanish was my first language, but that quickly changed. So
wow, your English is perfect.
Yes, isn't it? Thank you so much.
That's really awesome.
Sounds like you've worked on that.
I did. And when I moved to England, which I did to go to school, my parents insisted that I live there. The Brits asked me if I'd come to learn the language. So pretty funny.
So no accent, no Queen's English, huh?
I did have one at one time, but it's now gone.
Well, that may be a good thing.
Yeah.
So, what's your next country that you're going to take on?
Well, I'm not sure. Right now, I have partnered with Farid Esmailzadeh of Azerbaijan, and we are working with entrepreneurs from that country in our business called Technovate Investments. I'm a growth and strategic advisor for them, and we will expand out and go to other countries. I have several businesses, as you may know, so I work with MarketAmericaShop.com, which is the products business. Then I have the Technovate Investments, where we're accelerating startup companies. And then I've also got my Finding My Place, which is supporting others to explore living abroad. So I'm spread a little bit thin, and I am pivoting that last business that I was telling you about. But I also do a lot of consulting, of course, for various governments and entities that support clean technology. So I've got a fairly full plate.
How did you become involved with that? How do you become involved with the clean technology movement?
So when I came to Sacramento 15 years ago, I was trying to figure out, well, what did I want to do in Sacramento? And I thought what I was going to do was to build an international business incubator to support international firms expanding into the region, which is what I had done in Silicon Valley for the previous 10 years. But I got a couple of investors got a hold of me, and they said, we really want to grow this region to be known as a clean tech region. Can you help? And I just love clean technology. I think that the planet depends on it. I think the global warming, I know a lot of people maybe don't agree, but I do believe in global warming, and I think that we as humans are adding to that. And so I really wanted to support more clean technology. That's solar energy, wind energy, biofuels, and these types of products. And so I worked for 8 years with these investors. We developed a program called Clean Start. And in fact, I'm helping them out with this project at the university next week to help students learn about building companies and products and, in the clean tech space. It's not only clean tech, of course, but so that's how I got involved with the clean tech. And it's something that I'm very passionate about. And we have managed to find a young entrepreneur out of Azerbaijan that we're working with right now to develop some really exciting energy products. So I just love clean tech, and I'm very passionate about supporting women and girls as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
So tell us about the gift that you're giving to our listeners today.
Yes, I'm excited to tell you. So I would like to offer my time. I think that's the most precious gift that I can really give. I would like to offer your listeners 20 minutes of my time to look at new potential income streams for themselves. And the way to go about getting that is twofold. You can go to my webpage, findingmyplace.net, and schedule your 20 minutes with me right there on that page. When you log on, you'll see a link to connect to my calendar, and you can just schedule away. So do schedule your 30 minutes with me, or feel free to send me an email at my personal email. That is Ingrid, Ingrid, .Rosten, Rosten, @gmail.com. And I would love to talk to you and see if we can help you increase your bottom line.
Or if they're interested in investing in one of your new projects.
Absolutely. I mean, that would be fantastic too. Yes.
Because angel investors are out there today.
Yes. Well, that would be amazing. Would love that too. So thank you for mentioning it, Cindy.
As you've seen the way that investors get connected to startups, have you seen that as that relationship has changed over time, maybe become more digital, has become faster? Do you find that reaching the development stage is much faster, or does it still take a long time to build a relationship?
Relationship is very, very important. And investors want to feel you. So I almost want to say sometimes that the team is as important as the product. It really is. And those investors want to have a strong relationship with the team. So a lot of them will actually want to work side by side with companies. There was a day when the Silicon Valley investors were going to require companies to come to them. That's not necessarily the case anymore, but there has to be a way to create that relationship. And we can do that nowadays online, just like we're doing here. We're connecting on Skype or on Zoom or other ways, but that relationship is ultra important.
That's, I can imagine that in your work, you spend a lot of time kind of juggling personalities. Is that a skill set that you think is really important for creating a business, a successful startup?
You are so right. It's so funny that you bring that up because, yes, juggling personalities definitely takes a skill. And I definitely use that skill all the time because it can be difficult. Dealing with people, as a lot of us know. One guy doesn't agree with the other. So that has to be managed. And a lot of times one has an inventor who, maybe throws tantrums or they, grab their product and say, I'm leaving. So there's always a lot of massaging that one has to do and keep those relationships solid. So you need a team player who has that skill set. If you're going to build a successful business.
I just posted something on my Facebook page that's perfect for that. It's like you need to be able to agree to disagree so you can continue to play in the same sandbox.
Absolutely. Yeah, so right.
And I think that's one of those places in the startup world, that's where, a big part of your value really comes into play, because the personalities that go into maybe developing a product are not the same types of personalities that would necessarily go into the business side. And so sometimes having them communicate is not always the easiest proposition. So having someone like you that can make the difference can make a big difference in a business.
You are so right. You are absolutely right. And, oftentimes the developer doesn't see the business person's bigger picture of, making money. They just want to develop. But you've also got to look at the bottom line. So that's why the CEO, the person at the top, has got to have the skill to be able to make it all work. And that certainly takes a certain skill set, no doubt about it.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us today, Ingrid. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
This was so much fun. I can't thank you enough. I really enjoyed myself, and hopefully was able to give some good advice to some of your listeners.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to find out more about Ingrid, you can go to findingmyplace.net, where you can schedule your free 20-minute discovery meeting with Ingrid so that you can find more ways that you can make more money in your business. We also want to encourage you to check out imaginemoresuccess.net, where you can listen to past episodes with some of our other guests, including former soap opera star Sandra D. Robinson, Robert Plank, who's an internet marketer. And you can also check out findhiddenmoney.com, where you can learn about the skills and the tools that you can develop to help you make more money in your business and to create more happiness in your life. We want to thank you so much for joining us today and listening to our episode today with Ingrid Rosten. We hope that you will always remember to realize your dreams and to imagine more success.